Here with Tennessee's newest football commitment, Christian Charles. Christian, you picked Tennessee. Why Tennessee?
I love I love the coaching staff. Tennessee's a program that's seen some that's starting to see some pretty bright days right now. And they have a great mix of academics and football that I'm looking for.
So when you look at what Coach Pruitt brings, what Coach Ansley brings, what was it that sold them so well? Because I know those two specifically really recruited you as hard as anybody.
They're incredible defensive minds. The football knowledge pours and pours out of them. It's something that I can really really respect and get behind as a football player.
What do you feel like you bring to the table? I mean, when you look at your overall game, and I know you're kind of an athlete that they play all over the field over there in Gainesville. What do you feel like you bring?
I feel like I bring a lot of versatility. Physicality to the game while also staying very quick and very nimble. I don't feel like I have any part of my game that's really really terrible. Or really everything always needs improvement. But I don't feel like I see a ton of weakness or a big weakness in my game.
What do you feel like you bring to the secondary?
To secondary, I feel like I bring a perspective like no other. I've played quarterback for all of my life. I feel like I'm able to see routes and predict routes a little better. I wouldn't say predict, but recognize routes better and just be able to see schemes and things like that.
When you sat down with your family and started working towards a decision, was there a moment where you just said, Tennessee, I think's it, and this is why?
Um, you know, right when Tennessee offered me, I had a feeling that this was something very, very huge and very, very special, and it's something I could feel. Um, the decision came. I wouldn't say relatively quick, but it wasn't hard to sell me on the orange and white.
How different has this been? Because you've not been able to really take visits. I mean, you can go, but you have to go on your own dime, and you can't really meet with coaches and go see facilities and do the photo shoots and all the normal stuff that recruits get to do. So, how different has this been through this summer and now as we head into the fall?
It's the only recruiting experience that I ever had. My recruitment bloomed kind of late. It really bloomed over this quarantine. So this is all I really knew. But prior to this, I'd been to one game visit to Florida State, and I had never experienced anything like this. This for me was the norm. This is what I came to expect.
How much research have you done on Tennessee as far as their history and then just kind of like looking at game day traditions and all that?
I've been watching college football for a very, very long time. I knew about the deep-rooted history in Tennessee for a very, very long time.
You're from the hometown of A.J. Johnson. So obviously A.J. made a name for himself there in Gainesville, went to Tennessee, now in the NFL with the Denver Broncos. Is that somebody that, as a little kid, you watched growing up, even though you didn't go to the same high school, is that somebody you still kind of idolize being from the same hometown?
I watched. We played completely different types of games, really. But he was always a guy that I knew that my sister went to high school with, but my sister knew. I always watched AJ. Yeah.
So now that the recruiting process is over, how much does that kind of give you a sense of relief? Is that a good feeling?
Wow. What a ride it's been. It's been really unique. I've been trying to meet people and understand the way people work through Zoom calls, through the same way that we're speaking face to face right now. So it was something that I'm thankful for, but at the same time I'm glad that it's over.
Well, Christian, buddy, we appreciate the time and good luck and congratulations.
Thank you so much.